What is up, Yu-Gi-Oh players? RelaxedYgoPlayer coming at you guys with a video today regarding the OCG ban list. So this ban list, we really never know anymore when these things come out because there's no set dates or times. It just kind of happens. And with this, again, this is not a TCG, so this has no effect on us. But with that in mind, it can give you a little bit of insight on what we should be expecting here, and probably within the hopefully next week or two. Because yeah, it's supposed to be effective October, so we should be getting it soon. So basically, just to start things off, we'll start with the ban, then go to limited, semi-limited, and then the cards are unlimited. But basically, you'll see the first two cards here. You have Masterpiece, 2 Draco Slayer King, and then Dragonic Diagram. I mean, these two cards by themselves definitely deserved to be down to 0 if they were in a TCG. In the OCG, True Dracos aren't even the first or even the second top deck. So like even before this ban list, basically this is solidifying they're fucked. Like there's no way for them to even come back. Not only do these two cards get banned, but you've got Dynamite Return, or True King's Return, and then the spell here. So yeah, it's along with, I mean, a few other cards that kind of hurt it would be Terraforming 2, because it Search the Ravine, which you're not going to play with it anymore. But yeah, these two cards again being banned, Masterpiece was he's a super strong creature. He has an effect that pops a card during other player's turn. Diagram just searches any card literally in the deck for True Draco or True Kings. So that, I think, was worth it. Again, TCG, I don't think they're going to get banned. I don't think they're going to stay at 3, but they're not going to get banned. I feel like Masterpiece would be at 1, and then Diagram maybe 2. But there's no way in the TCG that they're going to. I mean, I would think not, but I don't think they're going to get banned right off the bat. Because right now, none of that stuff has been out during a ban list here in the TCG. So from there, you've got a little bit of Tribe Infecting Virus for those mermails, and then I guess Anti-Mana could possibly use it or whatever. This would hurt my deck had it been in the TCG. Aleister the Invoker. Him being limited to 1 hurts more than any other thing, simply because you can have 1 invocation, that's fine, but the problem is, if you have just 1 Aleister the Invoker, and no way to get him back to your hand except for him being banished, that means you can't use invocation for anything more than banishing. If you discard Aleister with another card from your hand, then basically you're not able to recycle those cards. Therefore, that it's the worst thing to do to the deck is to put him to 1 or banned. Having it at 2 even would have been okay. You could still deal with 2 because you still have Magical Meltdowns to search him. So that kind of sucks. Again, Dynamite, we've already touched on him a little bit, but he searches traps. He's an easy summon. The effect activates during the player's turn. It's kind of needed to happen. I think they went a little overboard though. Like they legit 1, 2, 3. They hit 5 cards. Specifically for the archetype, and then 1 card that also helped with the deck. So that's the worst it's been in a while. So, they do that every once in a while where they just completely destroy a deck, but 5 cards is a bit. So you have Overraptor and then Babysaurus. Needed to happen because anytime Babysaurus is destroyed, you get searches, and then Overraptor's just like you summon this guy and you can do things for days. That's actually the second best deck over there, other than Spirals, which they just came out with a link, I guess. Spirals are going to be really good here in the TCG as well, but based on the ban list, they may be even better. It's just, I don't understand why Spirals right now are the best deck in the OCG, but they didn't get touched. The decks that weren't even, like, again, True Dracos are good, but they're not the best in the OCG. I don't know. The Dinos were even better than True Kings and True Dracos. So you have the ABC Buster Dragon, whatever. That deck's not really competitive here. over there. Maybe I mean, maybe it's got some tops, or maybe it's takes up a percentage of the tops. But yeah, I mean, it's whatever. Ding Long. It's kind of like the same thing that happened to Glow Up Bulb and a few other cards back in our day. You only use one, so it's useless to put it to one. I mean, it is what it is. So, I mean, if you're going to touch it, you might as well have banned it or just left it at 3. You're just kind of wasting that space on the ban list, I guess. Terraforming, just every freaking deck nowadays plays the card, searches a card that searches. Every deck, like not every deck, but most decks nowadays have a field card that helps you get certain combo pieces and do this and that. And this card gets you that piece, so it's literally 1 turns into 1, and then that 1 turns into like 2, and it starts the pluses. You know, you start off with Terraforming, you get Diagram, you get Dragon Ravine, you get the the ABC Field Spell, Union Hanger, or whatever it's called, all that stuff. So I guess it deserved it. Unfortunately, it got printed as an ulti in the US, so hopefully that doesn't happen. I actually wanted to pick up a playset for myself. Keep in mind they don't have a trap version coming out, so maybe that's why. Yeah. Spellbook of Secrets, just I guess it had to happen. It's a little engine in itself. You play one Blue Boy, 2 Spellbook of Secrets, 2 or 3 Knowledge, and you know you have a draw power. Just free cards. You know, Blue Boy searches this searches power, or sorry, this searches Knowledge, and the Knowledge draws 2. You know, granted, you have these 2 we've already covered. Basically, just this one's draws for destroying or tributing or whatever, sending from field to grave. This one specials, so they draw power, being able to summon, and then summon during your opponent's turn. It's pretty good. Trick Stars, yeah, it's whatever. I don't really care for the deck. Summoner Monk used to be one of my favorite cards back in the day, but and nowadays it's just not worth it playing as much. Spellcasters aren't a thing, really. I mean, you could say Magicians, Pendulums, whatever, but they're not tier 1. Neither are Dark Magicians. Just stop with it. You have your Wind Witch Ice Bell. A little surprising to see this on the list along with Alistair, so that if you wanted to do Wind Witch Invoked, I mean, it hurts a little bit. Doesn't kill the deck because it's still 2, but you have less plays to synchro and stuff. Less. It's not going to happen as much. Max C, I guess that's good. Hand traps these days are pretty good, I guess. My most anticipated card, I'm hoping God, like, if Avarice, if this comes to the United States at 1, 2, or 3, I will be so excited. This card, I mean, for any deck right now, put 5 monsters from your from the grave to the deck. Includes links, pendulums, synchros, exceeds. Put them in and draw 2. It's the best pot card aside from Pot of. I mean, it might even be better. It's better than Pot of Greed in some circumstances because it recycles your important creatures. You got Future Fusion for them Cyber Darks and the Dragons. It's whatever. Fossil Dig hurts those dinos a little bit more. Consistency is important, especially with dinos. Your Magician Pendulum here. Yeah, pendulums aren't really a thing nowadays. Which is the Black Forest, nothing happened. Scarm, because they're getting a link. That'll help a little bit, being able to combo out, play some more with the deck, get your link, and then maybe exceeds a few times. So that'll be cool. Rescue Cat, nothing happened when it went to 1 or 2. Burial, nobody plays it. Tenki would hurt Zodiac not having 3, but I don't think I don't know if they had 3 or. I don't know how many they had before that. I'm not sure if it was banned 1 or 2. Plus, they don't have zoos yet, so it's not going to hurt them too bad or help them yet until they get the TCG imports. Preparation of Rites. Counter Fairies weren't doing anything, so it is what it is. Cleefort. What's it fucking? Forgot what it's called. God, I just had it in my head. Yeah, so this card, Cleeforts are going to get a link as well, and they're not doing anything, period. They haven't done anything in a while, so that coming back to 3 is not going to sacrifice. Just thought about it. Yeah, it's not going to do anything. Don't know what this card is. Yeah. Dragon Ravine, just a good card. Helps you dump them dragons, send stuff to the grave. Maybe Blue Eyes will throw it in there, or some other random ass decks. And then you have your Wavering Eyes for those Pendulum decks. And Pendulums just aren't doing anything. I don't think this is going to make them tier 1. It still is this plus Sacrifice or Pendulum Sorcerer. There's none of those cards are not going to make Pendulums just still aren't going to be a thing. They're just there. So just so you guys know, this is something I waited till the end to do. So there is a card that I did invest in here for myself, just in case. And it won't hurt if it does not come to the TCG. But, again, as stated, the Pot of Avarice was my favorite card on the list here. Just great draw power, recycles, and everything. So, basically, I just wanted to kind of show you guys a little bit. This is the only card that I would recommend, period, to invest into. Everything else here is just kind of meh. You know, so Rescue Cat's not going to do anything. Dragon Ravine would be a good common if it wasn't. I'm not sure how expensive it is currently, but the Pot of Avarice. So I don't like rares. I don't like the supers. I go for the ultimate. Like ultimate rare is my favorite rarity. So I just wanted to give you guys an idea on what is prices at. So we want to start from the top. Now I like first edition near mint. There's one seller that has first ed near mint Pot of Avarice. Ulti first. You know, this is something that's important because higher rarity cards can skyrocket very easily. If this card comes back into the TCG, this card being 38.83 as a banned card, I would not expect it to be any less than like $70 at the least. I think because everybody's going to want it. You know, this card is going to be. You're going to use it in everything. Like, I mean, Zeus will you. This thing could be used in Zeus so fucking bad. I mean, True Dracos if we don't get them hit here. I wouldn't mind using them. Well, I wouldn't use them in Invoked. That deck just doesn't keep monsters in the grave long enough. But Dinos, load your grave up. Use this, draw a little bit. It's a lot better than the Pot of Desires. So yeah, I don't like Pot of Desires anyway. I just don't like it. But yeah, that's definitely something worth looking into. Even if you didn't want first ed and you still want ulti, that's not damage. You have $30, and then you know, let's just go. The cheapest is $14.27. That I don't like played. I mean, light play I could deal with. First ed light play for $20 basically after shipping 2020. Not bad. So yeah, guys, that's a video. Just wanted to cover the ban list. And for all of you that don't know, also, you can still go to the Yugioh/card.com. Go to the TCG site. And this is what it looks like on the TCG ban list page. Or the OCG. So you have your master piece. Obviously, this is, I guess, stands for new. You've got your Dragonic diagram. I did think it was kind of weird that they say the actual English name on the OCG website. Yep, ABC Buster, Dragon Buster, Dinglong, Alistair. Let's see what that spell is that I was trying to figure out earlier. Domain of the Monarchs. Okay, Monarchs. What? The card was banned over there, I guess, or 1 or 2. I don't know. Alright, guys, well, that's it for the video. I covered everything as far as the ban list, so I appreciate you for watching. Definitely don't forget to subscribe to the channel for Yu-Gi-Oh videos. I actually this what I'm using right now to record is what I'm using to produce videos now and to edit and cut stuff. So I will be coming out with the Dungeon Dice Monster stuff here very shortly. So yeah, that will be something to look into. Look out for. Alright, guys, well, this is RelaxedYgoPlayer. I will come at you guys later, and peace out.